great pleasure to announce today's lineup of speakers from the world of network marketing. Other speakers here today, well, maybe they're new to you, but in the world of network marketing, there are experts in their field of expertise and also their experience. So now, please join me to give a great one-call welcome to the star guest speaker, Mr. Paul Smith. 有请 Paul。我要你们的掌声再大一点，好不好？ Hello, Paul. Thank you so much for joining us today. So I'm now going to hand the stage to you.
Don't start dancing, Paul.
Welcome. Ni hao. I'm afraid to say that's just about my limit in Chinese. Do we have the translator?
声音。
He is just arriving. He's running. Okay.
大家好，大家好。我想我的中文程度就大概只有这点而已了。
But first and foremost, can I thank each and every one of you for taking your time to this amazing event.
首先最重要的是我要感谢你们，一起大家来到今天这个展柜来参加我们的展览。
These are truly amazing times in one coin, one life.
这些真是 OneCoin 和 OneLife 最荣耀的时光。
We are in the right place at the right time.
我们也正在处于最正确的时间和最正确的地方。
I'm a proud Brit. Actually, I'm a proud Englishman.
其实我是一个说实话，就是一个非常自豪的英国人。
And watch out, Hong Kong. We've just exited the European Union, so we might have to come back and have you as a colony again.
我是刚刚从英国回来，就马上到这里为你们展开这个展览，非常谢谢你们。
I am just joking on that. I've spent 13 years in consumer marketing.
我在消费者市场里面工作了有13年了。
And I've spent 24 years in direct selling.
也在直销市场里面工作了24年。
Latterly, as the regional director of what today is the world's largest direct seller.
最近我就是今天大家认为全球最大的直销商的一个地区总裁。
A well-known name across Asia, Amway.
就是大家非常熟悉的亚洲大机构安利。
I've been supporting OneCoin, OneLife since December.
自从12月开始，我一直在辅助 OneCoin 和 OneLife，
making me a veteran in this business.
让我在这个事业方面是一位非常资深的行家。
I know a lot about our industry.
我对我们的行业非常了解。
But I've never seen anything like OneCoin, OneLife.
但像 OneCoin、OneLife 这样的行业是我前所未见的。
It is, without doubt,
毫无疑问，
the fastest growing direct seller ever in the history of our industry.
在这个行业的历史上，这是增长速度最快的直销商。
I repeat, ever.
我再重新是从来没有见过的。
But why is that?
但是为什么会这样呢？
What is it about one coin, one life that is making this growth happen?
到底OneLife 是做了什么让这个增长会发生呢？
I trust I can give you some answers to why this is such a dynamic opportunity and business.
我相信我能够解答你们为什么这个非常爆炸性的机会和生意会出现。
In business, you can compete in existing markets.
当你做生意的时候，你可以在现有的市场里面去竞争。
In a retail store, competing against other established stores.
例如，在一个店里面，你可以和其他已经成立的店去比拼，
With brands against brands.
或者以你的品牌和其他的品牌去比拼。
These are established but highly competitive markets, and returns are tough.
这些都是已经成立，而且已经是非常高竞争性的市场，回报是非常艰难的。
A better place, a sweet spot for a business,
但是有一个地方，有一个非常好的时机让你去做生意，
is to discover key disruptors to the market.
就是去发现为这个市场怎么样带来一个大改变。
Changes that will lead to a transformation of how business is done.
这个改变会带来一个转型，让你的生意去做得更好。
The trick, of course, is to have the vision to see what the resulting opportunity can be.
当然，技巧就是你要有那个远见，去看到你的回报机会有多少，
And then make it happen.
然后让它发生。
With this, you can gain first mover advantage,
这样的话，你就可以拿到第一手的优势，
and huge fortunes can be made.
随之而来的就是大财富。
The first massive disruptor was the Industrial Revolution.
第一个最重要的改变就是工业革命。
Begun in Britain in the 1760s, it transformed a world built on the power of steam.
早在1760年，在英国的时候，它令全世界转为用蒸汽去发展的一个机会。
From the 1870s, the technical revolution brought in mass production.
然后在1870年的时候，科技革命带来重大的生产量。
Typified by the car industry, it led to mass consumerism as we know today.
非常标志性的就是汽车革命，它带来一个非常大的消费主义，我们都知道的。
And now we are well into the digital revolution.
现在我们正在进入这个数位革命。
It began slowly in the 1950s with computers,
它非常慢的发展，在1950年的时候用电脑，
and is now transforming all aspects of human endeavor.
现在它令到所有人类的努力都转成非常这个电脑化的一个革命。
Let me give you some effects of the digital revolution.
让我给你们一些关于数位革命的一些影响。
The power of computing has improved 1 millionfold over the last 40 years.
电脑的能量在过去40年里面已经增长超过100万，
And the cost of such power has fallen 33% every year.
但是每一年使用这个的成本已经下降了33个百分点。
Your smartphone or tablet has greater computing power than a room of computers 30 years ago.
现在你们的手机或者你们的平板已经比30年前的一房子的电脑都要厉害，
at a fraction of the cost.
但是成本只是他们的份数。
And of course, the world is becoming interconnected.
现在全世界都越来越连接好了，透过互联网。
80% of people in the developed world have internet access.
在已发展世界里面，有超过80%的人都已经有上网这个功能，
And the rest of the world is catching up quickly.
而且世界其他的部分也在追随这个增长。
Globally, 4 out of 10 people have access today.
全球每10个人当中有4个人都可以使用互联网了。现在，
And mobile has become the mode of access and delivery.
当然手提化这个已经是这个最新的大趋势，而且是每个人都可以用到的。
And usage is exploding globally.
而且这个流动量，全世界都在爆炸性的增长。
These are just the United States. It's grown 1,250% in just 5 years.
光是美国在5年之内已经增长超过1250个百分点。
Digital is changing the world.
数位正在改变这个世界，
It's destroying traditional ways of doing business.
它正在打破传统的方法去做生意。
But it's also creating new and exciting transformational opportunities.
但同时，它也正在创造新的和兴奋的转型机会。
In fact, if you can harness the digital revolution as disruptors of markets,
说实在的，如果你可以控制到这个数位革命带来的对市场的大改变的话，
it can give you a huge competitive advantage.
它会给你非常大的竞争优势。
Digital is exploding.
数位就好像爆炸一样的非常大，
New businesses are being set up daily.
每一天都有新的生意在成立，
Marketplaces are being transformed.
市场也正在转型。
The way